what it is, peeps.
What?
Bond so tight, for you I'll fight. I always got your back and that's no lie. And in the end, we care and we share. Family love until the end of time. This is how we flow. Oh, how we flow. How we flow. Oh, how we flow, flow, flow.
I'm Misha,
I'm with
and this is
How We Flow, baby. This is how we flow. That was us doing the intro.
Yeah,
You know?
but the intro's for real right there.
Right
Yeah.
there. Okay, go. Hey, babe.
Hi.
It's been an interesting week.
It has been.
Yeah. So we got a baby that we just took it to college.
Even though she's back right now.
Yeah,
She's
like
been going for 5 days.
5
She's
days.
already home.
She's already home. Come with some, they nasty. I was like, that's communal living. I wouldn't want to share a bathroom with 30 other girls either. But that's it is what it is. So it's been kind of emotional
Yeah.
in the house. Misha's been crying every day. I have not been crying every day about the children.
Remember that.
I mean, what? I teared. You booed.
All right.
Let me have it.
I said all right.
So there's been a debate in our house for
What are we talking about today?
oh, what are we talking about?
Right. You got.
I'll tell you. I want a baby.
What?
Yeah, that was a dramatic pause. I would like to have a baby. And we've been talking about having a baby for years. And we have Scooter. Like, as soon as I wanted to have like a baby, God blessed us with Scoot. And we've had Scooter since like day one, since he's out of the hospital. So, so we have Scoot, and everybody's like, "Yeah, you guys got Scoot," but I actually want one more. So we tried, kind of, and stopped the process. And then now we have a kid in college. One is about to go to college next year, and everybody's like, "Well, you guys live your life. You know, you don't need another baby." So I've been asking my wife.
And I go back and forth because as much as I love children, I don't know. I'm old now. And,
She is real old.
and our kids are self-sufficient.
They are.
And they don't require as much as a new baby would. But I'm not adverse to a baby. We did actually start the process a couple years ago, and then we stopped because we felt like we got duped.
Yeah, man. So the whole baby, people like out in YouTube and everybody land are like, well, how y'all gonna have a baby? So here's the complicated kind of process.
We're gonna do reverse IVF.
Basically what that means is they're gonna take my egg and then impregnate it with sperm and then put it inside of her, and then she would carry the baby. Yeah. So we actually started that process, and they gave us a quote. They told us how much it was going to be, and they broke everything down. And I was like, okay. And we're talking what, $15,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they broke everything down and they told us that this is how much it's going to be. And we said, yes, that's fine, okay, we'll do it. But we felt like in the end that we were getting gouged, so we stopped. Because,
What
like,
they don't tell you is you have to pay for all your medicines, and the medicines aren't cheap. You have to pay for every visit. We were paying $200 copay every time we went to the doctor, which was multiple times a week. Then there were the steroids and all of those things that.
I think like one of the things that I was supposed to take was like
just one was $700.
Right, it was almost like almost $1,000
just one.
for one of the prescriptions, you know. And of course your regular medical insurance don't pay for any of these types of things. And so when they broke down the price to us and they said this is how much all of this is going to cost, that's what I thought the cost was. They didn't tell you about the $200 per visit, the medications, and all that other stuff that was not included. So we kind of felt a little like we got price gouged a little. And of course you're emotionally, and I'm not trying to denounce the baby making industry, you know, and stuff like that, but like what they do is they kind of prey on your emotional, because you really want this little soul. And you know, be it gay or straight, you have a lot of people who have infertility issues. Exactly. And so you have these emotional ties, because this is a baby, this is a human we're talking about. And so you want that, and you have that desire, and I think they prey on you to continue, and like, oh, and you're like, it's another $1,000, but you're $1,000 closer to having this beautiful baby, and so you're just like, okay, we're gonna have this baby, and you just keep pouring money out. And I was going to get that like last round of like medication, and I was just like, no.
Well, we had a conversation, because we both felt like it was ridiculous, and we weren't those people who had the infertility issue. So, you know, we want a child, but we did have, you know, at least at that time we had 5 kids in the house.
Right.
So it wasn't like we were the people who had suffered with the infertility and didn't have a child, or didn't have, you know, little people running around.
Right. And I my heart bleeds for them.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're further hurting them.
Yeah. And you know, $30,000-$40,000, and what if
you don't have a kid?
Guarantee.
There's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee that once you spend this money, that you're gonna have a successful pregnancy, you're gonna have a successful birth. There's no guarantee. You might not even get a fertilized egg for that price. And it's $30,000-$40,000 per round of treatment.
Exactly. And these are things that they don't really tell you until you like you're already in the process, and you're taking this stuff, and you're doing this stuff, and you're seeing them, and you're injecting yourself. They don't really tell you a whole heck of a lot. Now, shout out to those fertility clinics that give you everything and do everything.
Ours did not.
Ours did not. And I have talked to other couples like us, and other, like even some of my straight couples who have gone through infertility issues, that this is that was the norm for them as well, in other fertility clinics like around the United States. Some here in Virginia, some in, you know, whatever else. But it seems to be almost like a trend in this medicinal area, I guess, or whatever. So on top of the financial part of it, it's also the emotional toll, because even though we are, and there was a couple things that Misha was going to have to do medically as well. So I'm not saying everything's a gamble and a risk. I got that, but I felt like in the beginning that this was about to be a game. You know, we were gonna go through the first round, and maybe they didn't really do it, or maybe they alter some things so that they can make us go through another round, so that they can get more money from us. So that stopped our process, and that was what, 2 years ago, babe?
Yeah, I think it was
almost 3.
I think it was about 2.
About 2 years ago. So that stopped our process, which of course put us 2 years more behind on if we should have a child. Now, fast forward 2 years, we got a kid in college.
Yeah.
And another one about to go like next year. And so, as much as I do, I go back and forth too. Like, I want a baby, and I want another little girl. And because for me, I love our children. Our children are my world and everything. But I technically don't have any biologically, and I don't. And in that saying that, it's still that doesn't matter, because I look at my kids as I had them biologically. but it's still that thing like kind of in the back of your mind or your head that goes, am I missing something? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. And time is of the essence. We are getting older,
Yes.
and
But you guys chime in, in the comments when you watch this and tell us what you think, whether or not you're for new baby, or should we just embrace this whole soon-to-be empty nesters, and not really soon-to-be because Scooter is 9, so we still have a few more years left before we're completely empty. But this past weekend was, I can speak for myself, was a little rough, and it makes you realize, and everybody, the saying that they grow up too fast, it seems cliche, but it really hit us like, yo, she's not this little baby anymore.
No.
Where is all the time where it was just all this noise and all this hustle and bustle, and with all these things to do, and just 5 kids running around in the house, and I guess part of it is, we're revisiting the baby aspect because we need to make some true decisions on whether or not we want to. And I'm not, again, like I said before, I'm not anti-baby. I have moments where I'm like, I'm enjoying this, not
we have a carefree life, because you got to think about, like, Scooter's 9, and we're actually about to go out of town. Simeon is 17. Imani's home, back home for the weekend or whatever, and she's 18, and Ziana is basically 15. And so we can just leave the state for the weekend or for a few days and not really have too much to worry about in reference to Scoot, because he got older brothers and sisters that can take care of him for the weekend. But we had a little baby, we probably would not have left, even though they're old enough to make sure that a little baby is okay. We probably wouldn't have felt comfortable leaving a 3-month-old or 4-month or whatever with their older siblings for the weekend. And we're going for a little bit longer than just a weekend.
Yeah, we're
so
going for about
4 days. So maybe for a weekend, but not for like 4 or 5 days. And it's easier for because we have friends who have children the same age as Keon. So if we did need a babysitter, like we wanted to go out on a town or whatever, he can go spend the night at a friend's house, and be okay. So we have so much more freedom. Having a baby, that freedom stops. And I know we travel a lot now, and there are times like right now, older sister's going to go pick up Scoot. Simeon and Zizi just came from band practice that they drove themselves, and they're all about to leave. So when little baby is 7, they're really who?
Yeah, they're gonna be good.
Oh, well, Scooter be 16, but he just be 16 and he a boy. I'm not trying to say anything about boys.
And active and not thinking about, he would always look to, his little sibling, but it's different, when you have a 16-year-old and then you have a 7-year-old.
Exactly, and they don't take care of Scooter, but they do things for us. Like if we can't go pick him up, hey, let's go. Oh yeah, Mom, I'll go pick up little brother. So that helps a lot. So having a new baby would means everything would be on us, just like when the 3 of them were little. So
we would literally be starting completely over. And so I don't know. We go back and forth, and we're having this conversation now, and this is the conversation we have when the cameras aren't on.
I've actually bought stuff for her.
Yeah, I have stuff too.
Yeah, we've actually bought stuff, and people are like, well, how you know you're gonna have a girl? Listen, I always get what I desire, so no. But yeah, I bought a couple of pacifiers that I thought were cute.
I have a couple outfits in my closet. Because we anticipated being able to do it a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had our oldest son, that was when he was diagnosed with his things, so we put that on the back burner.
Right.
And then we did start the process, but again, that just didn't go the way that we anticipated it going. And so now, I don't know, maybe you guys can help us. Maybe you guys can chime in and say, do it, or, and it's not about it is an expensive process, but for us, it's not about the financial requirement.
Right.
It's more so about
like
our reservation is really the time and the freedom that we have now.
Right, because like if she would have told us like the truth,
we would have been able to plan and prepare. We would have been prepared.
We weren't prepared. Like if she would have said, well, it's gonna be $15,000 plus every visit this, and your medication is going to be this.
It gave us a total.
In total, I would have been fine with that. I just didn't like the dishonesty.
Yeah.
That's what took me, like, maybe we should find a different doctor. And this doctor's very prominent in their field in this area. So I was like, I don't know if, is this the norm? And we didn't know anyone else that was going through the process. And then after some time, I found out this is something that happens a lot in this field. It just kind of made a small distaste. So I was like, well, if they would have just told us from the jump this was going to be, we probably would have a baby by now. But I just kind of felt like, taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And then our son, our oldest son, dropped sick, like literally dropped sick. And so that kind of stopped a lot of things because our main focus was on him getting healthy, and then our house dynamic, kind of changed dramatically. And we'll talk more about that in another episode. But I mean, we have more freedom now. But on top of that freedom, though, because of the things that we do, we can take a baby anywhere we want to.
And we can.
I can take my baby to the office.
And I'm not anti-baby. I'm not at all. It's just, I'm old. I'm going to be 39. Next
you
month.
are. Babe.
That means when the
the
child is 18, I'll be 57.
But see, there's a lot of people that have kids at this
I know.
But we ain't kids. Our children, we've been parents since.
I've been a parent since I was an adult.
You've been a parent since you've been what? Oh yeah, since you were like 19. Okay, yeah, I got it. I'm like, what? She's crazy. Anyway, but yeah.
I've been a parent my entire adult life.
So it's like
I'm not gonna stop being a parent, but Scooter, when he's 18, we will be what? He'll be 18 in 9 years. Mm-hmm. So we'll be younger than 50. 50 and not have the responsibility of little kids and only have grandkids that I can run and send back. I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to that.
I sigh. But anyway, so like Misha said, comment at the bottom.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think, what we should do. Should it just be team guiding the way that it is? Or should we get another little baby guiding?
Little baby guiding.
What you guys think?
Yep, we're looking forward to it. Comment and let us know.
All right, you guys.
Next episode.
Till next time.
Bond so tight, for you I'll fight. I always got your back and that's no lie. And in the end, we care and we share. Family love until the end of time. This is how we flow. Oh, how we flow. How we flow. Oh, how we flow.